gaming. Welcome. Gamers, it's time. It's once again time for summer, for games. It's not E3. It's something else. It's basically E3. They keep saying it's not, but it pretty much is. I'm John.
It is dead, so...
It's dead, but it's also alive.
Wait, no, it can't be.
They're still basically doing it. They're just not calling it that anymore. Except everyone's still calling it that.
Okay, I haven't, I mean, okay. I think the spirit of E3 is here. I think we're in E3 season. I don't know who's still calling it E3 though.
Me.
Okay. So you just want the dream to live on.
Yeah.
The spirit never dies.
Yeah. Folks, it's me, John. I'm here, and I am here to talk about what's been going on with games. There were the big streams, most of them happened. And I'm ready to just dive in. Scott, you're here.
What's poppin', gamers? It's time for another epic podcast.
It's very epic. I just accidentally clicked the communities tab on Twitter. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's trying to show me Pokemon's Twitter for some reason.
Oh my god, I just clicked explore and it also showed me Pokemon.
I don't really know anything about her other than that I think she owns Evo now. And people got really mad at her about that.
I see a picture here of Pokemon flipping me off. Is that what you're seeing?
Yes.
Okay. I'm also seeing a post here by someone named Sad Hot Girl.
It's about Megan Thee Stallion. It's like a Megan Thee Stallion group. I don't know.
This sucks. Hold on.
It does kind of suck.
Hold on. Hold on. There's Hassan. Hold. Drop your startup website. I'll roast it as a potential customer. This has... Why does this have 120 replies? And replies are off.
I don't know. It's scary. I don't like these people.
There's nothing here. I'm only in one community on Twitter, and it was made by a person I don't like. So, I'm not that. I've never touched this in my life.
Luffy runs the gauntlet. Where does he stop?
I don't know. What? Okay, wait. Who's in the gauntlet?
Some guy from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Blast, dead.
Who, Luffy or the guy?
The guy, who cares?
Okay, a Deku from My Hero Academia, but he's got like superpower, super...
Glass, easy.
The guy from, what the fuck show is this? It's the one that everyone doesn't like. Black Clover.
Yeah, easily glassed. Don't even give a shit. Who cares?
Some guy with red hair from Naruto. I can tell he's from Naruto. I don't know who that is. It's not the sand guy. He's like glowing red. Glowing red.
Yeah, that's out of my realm of Naruto knowledge. But I bet he's like, if I had to guess, I bet he's like one of the really strong guys from one of the bad organizations.
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, honestly, yours is probably better because I don't know anything about Naruto. And some guy from, I want to say Bleach. He looks like he's from Bleach. He's got like black hair. He's got like a big scar over his eye. He's very angry looking. I don't know who this is either.
You can show me. I can just look at it.
I could just, I don't know why I didn't just link this. This is like...
I appreciate you trying to explain anime guys to me.
I mean, it's podcasting. I'm explaining it to you so people can imagine it themselves. I scrolled down a little bit more. I came upon an a generative AI group, and they posted a picture of an anime girl with she's got like hair drills, but the hair, it looks like someone like just put like zippers around her hair.
I'm seeing this too.
and she's got a watering can, and she's putting water into a cup noodles with the watering can.
What does it say under the cup noodles? Because the text is definitely messed up.
It just says cup noodles, then like Sofal y Edad.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not good. All right, I'm gonna stop looking at this because it's bad. But games occurred.
Wait, is this Jeremy Fragrance? Hold on. Hold.
Is there a Jeremy Fragrance group?
It's okay, so it's a video. It starts with Jeremy Fragrance. It's playing some like really dirty like electronic hip hop. It's showing a bunch of CS:GO weapons with skins. And then it cuts to a Catboy and all of their CS:GO weapons. And then it's a little white kid holding up like essentially the fingers that you use for the shocker. And his shirt is a comment. First, it starts off. This is an interesting shirt. I'm actually like really into this shirt. It starts off as a white T-shirt, and where you would normally see text, it says "Bape," and then you would think that enough is an interesting shirt. But then, as the shirt descends, the white fades into a green camouflage print, which is met by his pants, which is met by his lower wear, which is also a green camouflage print shorts. And then, of course, there's all his CS:GO skins there too.
So are they implying that that's like Jeremy? Does Jeremy Fragrance play CS:GO? Is that what they're implying?
Well, all of Jeremy Fragrance's CS:GO skins are all like white pearlescent, you know.
Okay,
the Catboy has like a bunch of like purple stuff with like a bunch of crazy patterns. The Bape Kid, there's no consistency. It's just all like every single gun is a different color, different patterns. Like this is a kid who just like bought the most expensive ones off the marketplace, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And also the song that was playing when he showed up was like, Rolly, Rolly, Rolly. That one, yeah. And then this just keeps going. There's more and more of these, but the next one is an emo boy, and the only CS:GO items it shows for him are a completely black AK, a completely black knife, and then some black gloves.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what that means.
Okay, hold on. I did watch more of this video, and it cut to a guy in a completely green suit looking like a leprechaun, and all of his CS:GO skins are green.
You would think so.
So that's pretty good. I like that one. This is a bad video.
I don't get it. Alright, I guess that's what's happening on Twitter these days.
Yeah, go to the community tab if you want to see something like that.
Yeah, there you go. Some free information for you. Let's see here. Alright, well, yeah, so we had game stuff happening. We had a lot happening. I'm just gonna kind of run through these, because I did the bulletins on the site.
Thank you for doing such a good job, John.
Thank you for saying so. We got a lot to cover, so I'm gonna try to just boom, 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 boom. Stop me if there's something you want to talk about, but here we go. So, before Keighley took the stage, there were like a couple of things that just kind of came out ahead of time. Night Dive is remastering the Thing game, like the one that's like a direct sequel to the John Carpenter movie.
Oh, I missed this. Oh.
Yeah. Updated graphics and quality of life stuff, but otherwise, it's that game.
That's dope. That game is cool.
And it's going to be on everything, too. All the current consoles and PC. So you can play this on Switch if you want. I'm pretty interested in that. And also, so this is a game that, you know, for full transparency's sake, Miles, who has helped with the site and has been a friend for a good long while, is working on this game. They are the UI designer for it. Just, you know, transparency. But the big catch is really cool. Like, I'm not just saying that because I have a friend working on it. Straight up, it's really fucking cool.
Same people who made Yonoid 2, if you're looking for
correct.
A point of reference for what this game is likely going to be.
Right. They put a demo. So it's not really a demo per se. It's one of those like prequel, like standalone slice kind of things.
Yeah,
so
like a
it stands on its own.
Yeah.
It's called Tackle Box. It is on Steam. It's like, like everyone's putting out demos right now. They put their thing out. I played a good amount of it. That game controls like a dream.
Neat.
It is like the perfect 3D platformer controls. Like everything just makes sense. Everything feels good to do. Your character moves at like the perfect speed. It's just, it's so good. It is so good. There wasn't a release date, but I guess it's going to be published by Xseed, which is pretty interesting. They're getting like a big publisher for that.
I don't think you mentioned this is like a full 3D platformer. It is all about the movement. Like you said, it moves good, but this is just straight up a like, trying to think of a good point of reference for this.
I mean, it's like Yonoid 2, it's just it's just a 3D platformer with, like Yonoid 2 was focused on the yo-yo and like chaining jumps together. And this is very similar to that. Like there's just multiple areas where it's just like, okay, you just need to like get from point A to point B, and you have to like puzzle out which of your movement options to use in each of these like sections of your journey to point B, basically. And so it's both testing your reflexes and your ability to on the fly like figure out like, okay, this is what I need to do next, while you're like in the middle of like falling off of something or jumping off of something or swinging or anything like. Yeah, it's really cool. And you're just this like, I think it's like you're like a bird creature, I think. Just like this little guy, and you got a fishing rod, and you can use it to grab onto stuff, you can use it to swing off of stuff, you can use it to fish too, but actually the way that you fish in this game is
I think this is supposed to be a rabbit. Because he's got like the big floppy ears. There's a bird. There's definitely a bird with a bird. Beak. But I think the main character's a rabbit.
No, I think it's just like some sort of critter thing. I'm just gonna call it a critter.
Yeah, it's a damn animal.
Some sort of animal.
It's a fucking creature.
But it's a really cool creature. The way that you catch fish in this game is you get them out of the water and then you smack them around a couple of times and then you actually reel them in. Yeah, it's pretty good. Really good music too. Like just like the whole thing, everything about it is so cool. And again, I'm not just saying this because for a buddy, but the UI is actually really good. Like it actually is like it's got like a really nice bounce to it, some really nice animation. It's cool. Everything about that game is really neat. I'm super looking forward to it. Good job, Miles and team. But yeah, if you want to see it yourself, yeah, it's on Steam, the Tackle Box demo. Very cool stuff. So then Jeff waltzed onto stage. He took his place where he has wrested control from the ESA. E3 is no longer here. Only Jeff is here. And there's a Lego Horizon game.
Yeah, there sure is.
Lego Horizon Adventures from Studio Gobo, which I was not fully aware of like what they had done previously. And looking at their website here. I don't need fucking. It says they make character action games.
Sure. I mean, it looks like a Lego game. Like,
sure does.
Not really anything else you could say about that, but it's like, to me, this really tells me Sony really has no idea what to do with Horizon, because it's like,
what is this for? Who's this for?
I don't know. It's really strange. I don't really think of the Horizon. I bet people who like Horizon are gonna play it because they can't have that. That's not to say something really mean, but I don't know. Like tongue in cheek, comically me. I don't shit on anyone who enjoys a specific video game, but Horizon always strikes me as something like, you know, it feels like there's something better you could be playing, and you're just kind of like not looking past that, you know? Mm-hmm. It's I don't know. I don't think Horizon has a bunch of really strong fans. Like, it feels like the people who like Horizon are the same people who are gonna, like, play the next Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? It feels like content to me, which makes a lot of sense in the same way that, like, this next Lego game where, you know, you could put fucking anything into Lego and it's just all these, like, different brand deals coming together, but like, yeah, sure, we need someone to make a fucking Lego title. Like this came together because a bunch of boardroom executives were like, we can leverage these two brands, these two IPs into one great collaboration, and this is gonna, you know, it doesn't feel like a natural conclusion for what you would want to do either with Lego or Horizon. You know, and for what it's worth, it looks like they're having fun with it. Like, yeah, sure, make jokes about the world of Horizon and make it all like Lego style. Sure, why not? I just don't know who's gonna play it. It's strange. It's so fucking. It's so weird. Not that Horizon needs to take itself seriously. Obviously, it's just I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what you do with Horizon other than keep making Horizon games. Keep making Horizon games that are going to keep coming out alongside other bigger, more popular games.
Yeah, pretty much like everyone's just like, all right, what game is going to come out at the same time as this? What is going to overshadow Horizon this time?
Genuine real question, because not that this seems like a dire time for games, but there's not much coming out on like the horizon. There's not much coming out in the near future that I could even like really think of that I'm particularly excited about. But I'm sure they'll find a way to somehow put Horizon up against, like, I don't know, some brand new fucking Nintendo game that everyone's been wanting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Then they announced No More Room in Hell 2, which was a popular... The original was a popular source mod. Allegedly. I don't think that was really like a one of those source mods that got like a lot of like fandom, I suppose. But, sure. You know...
The thing is, like, if you're a free source mod, people are going to play you.
Yeah. But let's see if that translates into this. Because I'm guessing they're going to actually charge for it. It's coming out in early access on Halloween.
Yeah. Like, when I think about source mods and stuff, I think like, man, if Stanley Parable ever came out and, like, didn't have, like, a source mod version of it, that, like, people could just, like, play and check out and be like, oh, this is, like, secretly really fucking cool, then I don't think Davey Wreden would have ever, like, fucking taken off as a creator, you know?
Sure.
So, not to discount his ability, because I fucking love his games. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that a little later. Mm-hmm. But it's like, you know, I don't know who else gets that same kind of acclaim, you know? We'll see. We'll see if there's any more room for people's gaming appetite for No More Room in Hell 2.
Yeah. They're making a Harry Potter Quidditch game, which, okay, so there is the obvious angle, which I don't even think I need to say. You know, we all know J.K. Rowling, piece of shit, go to hell, fuck you. But also, Quidditch is just like a plot point, and it would be horrible to play.
Yeah.
Like, someone's just gonna grab the snitch immediately, and that's it. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's a bad game.
Yeah, but what if it was really hard to?
It's a bad game. It's not a good game for fun to happen. It's a horrible idea on all counts. Horrible idea.
Yeah, fucking friend of the site, Alex Perry, I think put it very well. Jesus Christ, don't you people ever get bored of Harry Potter? Which they should. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's still so massively popular. It's this kind of thing where, like, I know J.K. Rowling's, like, fucking turfness hasn't quite breached containment in the sense that the people who know about Harry Potter know how big of a piece of shit she is, you know? And
I have known multiple people who know fully well about it.
Right.
Are LGBTQ.
Right.
And they're just like, I think it's a cool world. I like to imagine that I'm a wizard. That's it.
I've grown up with so many fucking books, so many interesting, like little fantasy worlds. I do not give a shit about them into my 30s. What are people doing? Why? It isn't that interesting. It's not that cool of a world.
It's the one they grew up reading, and they keep pushing it, like they keep making new stuff with it, and it's an easy thing to put on your dating profile to say which house you're from.
I wish they wouldn't.
I wish they wouldn't. It's very safe. It is a safe, bland piece of media. It's like chewing gum. You're just keeping it in your mouth just to keep yourself occupied. That's it. It's chewing gum. It's the chewing gum of society.
It's Star Wars for people who hate things that are cool.
Yeah. The person who made Choo Choo Charles made a game called Cuff Bust, which is a game where you're a bunch of prisoners trying to escape a prison and a bunch of wacky shit's going on. I think I don't know if it's like asymmetrical or whatever. It wasn't exactly fully clear about how it worked. Like, it just showed the little mice people running around escaping, and I guess you can also screw over other people who are escaping. So I don't know if it's like teams of people trying to escape, or if it's like one group are the people escaping, and then there's like someone else playing like as the guards, or there's multiple people playing as the guards, or what. I have no idea. They didn't really explain it.
I get a sense that it's mostly that all the players are going to be the little koalas or whatever they are. The little furry monsters. But
yeah, I guess maybe they are koalas, you're right. Whatever.
But we could have a sort of prisoner's dilemma sort of situation. There could just straight up be like a mechanic in it where you screw people over for your own gain. Which, you know, if you're making a prison escape game, that's an interesting way to do it. I'm thinking too interestingly about a game that otherwise just seems like a chaotic mess of we gotta fucking run.
Yeah. They talked about Star Wars Outlaws a little bit. I guess they're gonna show more of that at the Ubisoft thing later. I don't know when that is.
Looks alright, you know? Sure. I'm not a huge Star Wars guy, but like, sure, that they showed off some Star Wars. The guys are doing Star Wars stuff. It looks alright. Looks cool.
It exists. Neva, from the creators of Grease.
It's very funny, like, seeing from the creators of Grease that Gris, I think it is.
Gris?
Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, this game sure looks like Gris, doesn't it?
Yep, it does.
It does also look really sick, though. Like, they wanted to make more of a combat-focused game, and you know what? It looks like it kind of slaps. I could see it being cool.
Civilization 7, which, feel like we dodged a bullet, because there were a bunch of rumors that this was going to be Borderlands 4 instead, and then, no, it's Civ 7. They're going to show gameplay in August, it's coming out next year, and it's being developed by Firaxis.
Wow, that's really surprising.
And the PC and console versions will be releasing at the same time as well, which I guess is the first time they've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's not much. They're making another Civ game. Holy shit. Whoa.
I'm sure it'll be good.
I'm sure it'll be Civilization.
Yeah.
Hopefully, my hope for that is they add better options for, like, actually playing through a game in multiplayer with friends.
Sure.
Because that's like, you know, you always think, I want to start a Civ game with some buddies and we'll just hang out and we'll like do stuff. And then it always just turns out to be a big boring mess. And then it's like the next time you want to play, it's like, we got to get everyone together. You know,
it just doesn't happen.
No.
Black Myth Wukong out August 20th.
He's back.
I feel like I've just seen a bunch of people saying, damn, the people who make this game are misogynists. That sucks.
What?
I don't really know fully. I just saw like a bunch of people being like, damn, if only they weren't so misogynist, I would be excited about this game. I saw like a bunch of that on Twitter, and I was just like, all right.
Okay, I need to know where this comes from.
I mean, I could try to Google it, I guess.
Yeah, let's investigate.
Black Myth
Wukong.
Wukong. Sexism Reddit.
Oh shit! Sexism Reddit.
All right, let's see here. Their members publicly announced that their games are not for women and they do not need women.
That's so funny.
Several posts have surfaced from Chinese social media website Weibo. I'm reading this off of IGN, written by individuals from the studio that contain multiple references to genitalia and sexual innuendos. I mean, so far that's just Friday night, baby. These have provoked a backlash among some in the games community, many of whom are women. Recruitment posters by the studio produced in 2015, which featured images and headlines that point to a culture of ingrained sexism. Let's see here. In the eyes of many female players, game science has a notably negative reputation. Chinese game designer said, who's based outside of China, I admire their dedication and work. I had high expectations of their games until I came across their misogynistic remarks around 2021.
They literally put in the news that these guys were mad.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a bummer. That sucks. I don't think Wukong would say that.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that stuff.
Wukong, you're being disgraced.
Yeah, Wukong, speak up. Please.
Wukong, we need you now more than ever.
Okay, so I didn't really know anything about this game Once Human. They didn't really, like, talk about it, really. They just kind of showed some gameplay, and it was all very jumbled and fast. And I couldn't really tell what was going on. And it's out July 9th, but there was, like, some little white guy in this. Like, there was, like a little Brian Griffin-looking motherfucker. And they didn't zoom in on it at all. Like, at all. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? There's just like a creature there that nobody's paying any attention to. What is going on? It just glossed over that completely, and it was driving me crazy.
Oh my god, it really looks like Brian Griffin.
Like, what's going on in this game? Like, that all of this is more important than this little bastard. There's like a house that's walking around. They're riding on motorcycles.
Yeah.
And there's Brian Griffin. He's got like a black hat on. It's like a snowman or something. It's like they got Olaf from Frozen in this game.
Yeah, like
nobody cares.
Yeah, no one's fucking saying a damn thing, and he's just hanging out. It just looks like they're a little companion character. I'm liking some of the visual stuff that they're doing with this game, and like whatever. It seems like a team based like open world missiony game. Whatever, who cares? What is this? I want to see the little guy.
I need to see the little guy.
We need to know what the little guy is.
It's not normal. It's not normal. They talked about stuff with Metaphor ReFantazio. They basically said,
"Hey, sure did."
They said, "Hey, guess what? There's basically personas in this game."
Well, what they said was that they had archetypes, and archetypes are jobs. And I was like, "Whoa, an RPG with jobs in it." And then they really, really leaned into the archetypes. And then it's like, oh wait, the archetypes are, yeah, oh yeah, no, this is the persona people. It's just personas. It sure is. It sure do be personas.
But you can swap them around to anyone. And I mean, it does look really cool. So I'm still gonna play this shit. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna be very upset when someone is homophobic/transphobic. It's guaranteed. We're all waiting for it. We're all just gonna sit there and have our eyes screwed shut and gritting our teeth and saying the director of these games sucks ass. But God, the gameplay is always so good, and so is the art and everything.
Yeah, he specifically moved away from the Persona games to work on this one.
Persona 6 is going to be transphobia free, hopefully.
Yeah, so this is definitely
They got rid of the transphobia in Persona 3 remake. Like, that tells me everything.
That's so nice. Good for them.
They literally took... They that was, like, the only story thing they removed from the entire fucking game. Like...
I hope they add playable girl as DLC, at least.
Well...
Or not, no, it's probably not going to be DLC, it's going to be the Persona 3 remake, Deep Blue edition or something, you know?
Blue and pink.
Yeah, the re-release.
Yeah, whenever they do that.
Perfect blue.
Meta Quest Batman Arkham game. Batman Arkham Shadow.
Whoa. Now hosting rats.
I don't want to be mean. I'm sure that there's people out there who think the Rat King is a cool villain, but it does kind of feel like they don't know what to do. It's like, yeah, here we go with the Rat King. We're making a game about the Rat King.
I mean, they've already gone through like so many. They've gone through like pretty much every Batman villain in these games, so you know, but I get it.
They should stop making them then.
I'm not against them making more Batman games, you know, because Batman is a serialized series. Batman is the type of series where it's like, you know, it can keep going, and it's gonna keep introducing new things. The thing that is scary about this is that it's only on the Meta Quest 3. So this is a VR game.
Nobody's going to play this ever in the history of mankind.
Even adding Batman Arkham to the beginning of your game isn't going to make it sell.
No.
And they're now hosting rats.
There's rats now.
I'm gonna be real. My entire time watching that trailer, I like didn't watch the second half of it because I just saw the billboard change from the Ghost and Grey to now hosted rats, and I thought that was so funny that I needed to like constantly rewind just to grab a screenshot of that. And it was like, by the time I finished, the trailer was long over. So I just keep thinking of now hosting rats.
Now hosting rats. We got the full year 2 character roster for the DLC for Street Fighter 6. And it is M. Bison and Elena are returning. Which M. Bison died in Street Fighter 5, but he's back.
Yeah, he keeps doing that.
Yeah. And we've got 2 guest characters from SNK, Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranui.
Yeah, I saw some people pretty disappointed about this because SNK apparently has like pretty close Saudi ties. So it's like
the Saudi prince bought a bunch of shares in them.
That sucks. Ugh.
So it's not really like they actively searched it out. It's just that's just how fucking capitalism is. But
I mean, they can deny. I mean, like. They didn't have to sell it to it.
I don't know how all this shit works. It's just, it sucks, but I mean, you know, Terry Bogard's in Street Fighter now. Mai Shiranui's in Street Fighter now. That's pretty tight.
Yeah. No, it's tight. It's like they're the characters that you want, you know?
I mean, it could have been Iori or Kyo or a million other characters. You know, that's the thing. King of Fighters, so many cool characters.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going. Season 3, bunch more King of Fighters characters. Fuck it. Let's go. Who cares? But I think M. Bison is coming out in like 2 weeks or something. Like he's coming out really soon.
Yeah.
They already posted the trailer for him. So I guess his story is that basically Bison had a backup body, which he often does. But this one is like has amnesia, so he doesn't remember who he is exactly. He just has like the psycho power, but he's also got some other power in him that I think is tied to like good energy. So maybe M. Bison will be good now. Who knows? That'd be crazy if M. Bison was just like, oh yeah, no, I'm a good guy now. Hi.
That would be funny.
Nuts. And Elena's here to scare everybody because she is the last game that she was in, she basically killed the game. Like she was so good in Ultra Street Fighter 4 and was so frustrating to fight against that people stopped playing it. So they need to make her healing something that is a bit harder to get to, if it's there, which I think it probably shouldn't actually. But no, pretty good selection, I would say. Like solid even. Like I would say Bison's the only one where I'm kind of like, but if they're really gonna play with it and they're just being like, oh yeah, no, this is just the moveset of M. Bison, but this guy is just like it's just like an amnesiac husk who's not actually him. Like that's probably the coolest way they could have done it. Because, there's people out there that are like, well, I'm good as M. Bison. I want to play as M. Bison in this game. So I get it. They showed this game Tears of Metal. It's like a hack and slash adventure
hack and slash
game.
Co-op roguelike.
Yeah.
They say that right in the trailer.
They say that
it's clearly going for a Darkest Dungeon aesthetic in terms of like menus and stuff, but it's gameplay just entirely like hack and slash, like almost Dynasty Warriors-esque. So, interesting juxtaposition. I actually really like the aesthetic style of it. They're going for like a like hand-drawn comic booky look, even with like the 3D models that like, it doesn't look like a comic book in 3D, but I appreciate the style they're going for.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Now, I have to say, it was really funny with all of these announcements back to back. Just seeing Goku on the screen is probably the loudest anyone cheered in that entire arena. As like no one gave a shit about fucking no one gave a shit about anything like Wukong, Civilization 7, fucking Lego fucking Horizon. As soon as Goku goes on the screen, everyone goes fucking nuts. Like, hell yeah, dog, Goku's here.
This game is going to be peak. Listen, they confirmed that there's a story mode thing with what if stories, and the ones they showed were insane. They showed what if Goku went Super Saiyan when he was fighting Vegeta in the Saiyan saga. They showed the one that made me lose my mind was like, what if Vegeta and Trunks teamed up to defeat Cell? So it showed them doing a father-son Final Flash. And that was the tightest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. That was so fucking good. I'm so excited.
Correct me if I'm wrong. These games, in terms of like gameplay, are not particularly like well celebrated.
They're serviceable. They are serviceable. The thing with these games, it is 100% that they have like 9 million characters in them.
Yeah.
Like they showed the season, like they didn't announce what the season pass was. They just said the first season pass will have 20 plus characters. This is just, they are going to add more action figures to bang together. That is what these games are. That is why there are like a million different Gokus. It is just because they need to have, oh, hey, here's this version of Goku from this timeline. I'm going to have him fight this version of Vegeta from, like, GT or whatever. And that's it. It's just, oh, hey, what if this would happen? Oh, this is cool. What if Kid Goku fought Frieza? What if, like, Dark Shenron from GT fought Cell? Like, it's just, it's just dumb fan bullshit in the best way possible. That is all these games are. And yeah, it's great. 6
characters unlock early.
Yeah, if you like pre-order it or whatever, you get 6 characters, and like 3 of them are just Goku in different forms of Super Saiyan. Like it's like Super Saiyan.
I think that's a Vegeta
Vegito. Yeah, it's like three versions of Vegito.
I don't know the name. Vegito
or Gogeta. I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, it's just like it's like base form Super Saiyan and like Super Saiyan God, and then it's like Broly.
It's like, and then the other one is like 3 different Brolys, and then another one says playable character ?
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. They want to slam together these action figures.
It's nuts that these games. I guess it's not that surprising that these games keep getting made, but it's like I think about something like Dragon Ball Breakers, which still has like a pretty active community, and it's like, but they're trying the exact same thing, just with their weird like async like Dead by Daylight-esque formula, and it's like, I guess keep doing it if it works.
Well, see, the thing is that this was something that people have been wanting for. There has not been a Budokai game for like 15, 20 years or something. It's been a legit long time. They did go out of
their way to be like, this is by the Budokai Tenkaichi people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, part of the reason why it was really popular was because like those games were pretty easy to like emulate, or like folks in like other countries that aren't able to buy a PS5 or playing this shit and getting it modded and being like you've seen.
Sure, but I also remember even in the PS2 era, like Budokai Tenkaichi was like really, really well liked. Like,
it wasn't
just like I almost said it wasn't like the slop the Dragon Ball games would eventually become, which is mean, I know, but it's like, it is kind of, they did kind of become like a sludge, and that's not a bad thing. I play sludge. I play sludge. I love sludge. I love to mess around in sludge.
Fighters made them realize they needed to make something better.
Yeah, Fighters was the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
Then they made like that weird like adventure-y game where like you're just playing through the story of Dragon Ball.
There's the Goku game.
Yeah, the Goku game. Then there's Breakers, which is fucking insane. Like, I still can't believe that game exists and people are still playing it.
It's weird. That is a weird game. Speaking of weird games, Delta Force, some kind of extraction shooter combat like team thing. I don't know. It looked so generic. My eyes glossed over the entire time.
Yeah, it was military shooter.
And I guess there's going to be like a mode or a like mission pack that's based around the movie Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. Fucking strange. like I guess if there's any reason to show this, it's probably that, but it's like damn, these were the people who were definitely paying $500,000 for a trailer,
Yeah. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. They confirmed 2 more characters, Bijane, who's a classic character from Garo, and Vox Reaper, who, if you've played Garo, is a Grant's pupil, but Grant has died in between this game and Garo, so Vox Reaper has taken up his mantle and powers, etc., etc. Coming out next year. Looks really good.
And now we're in the weird territory of...
I feel like we are, yeah. I'm scrolling through this and it's like, all right.
They announced that Blumhouse was like publishing a bunch of smaller like horror indie games, and it's like, okay, sure. And some of these look pretty interesting in terms of like horror games, but it's cool because they're going for a bunch of different genres. Like, one of them is trying to be like a Stardew Valley, but something's fucked up, Mm-hmm. There's interesting stuff going on here.
It's pretty weird. Yeah, Blumhouse is just publishing a shit ton of horror games.
Yeah.
They had like a 2-minute long trailer and just like threw a bunch of shit out. It was very quick. Some of it looked neat.
It was really interesting to me, this one game, hold on, I'm looking at the name, Fear the Spotlight, which is like, it's obviously this thing has a lot more budget than you probably expect, but we're in this era of of PS1 sort of like retro aesthetics as a means to convey horror. And now it's sort of, now that like Blumhouse is publishing one of those, which has sort of been like the hallmark of the indie horror space for a long time. It's like, okay, are PS1 aesthetics like dead? And like, it's weird too, because it's in the middle of this like set of trailers that's like, you know, everything's extremely well polished and all the voice acting in this like PS1 aesthetic game is like super well done and everything. And it's like, okay, this is, it's strange. Like, it feels like the sort of, I don't think it's going to be the end of the end of an era for PS1 aesthetic horror games, because there's they're really easy to make comparatively than anything else that requires like way more fidelity. And two, the thing people learn is that low fidelity is actually really, really useful for creating really scary and like really tense environments. But this is such a weird one in the sense that like it's going for it, but it feels so polished that it just, I'm getting like an uncanny valley vibe from it, you know? It just doesn't look or feel or sound right at all. But it's going for a specific thing.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game. It's another side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Sorry, I do want to go back on the Blumhouse ones real quick. Okay. There was one that I actually did kind of like look really interesting, which is the simulation, because like it looks like they're trying to use the sort of like language of game development as a means to convey horror. And also, I know that there are clearly real heads that made this, because one of the like initial shots of this shows a very like Edward Carnby-ass character walking up at a fixed camera angle to a mansion, and I'm like, okay, all right, I see what you're putting down. let's make this one happen. I'll play that one. Maybe we'll see if I find the time to play that. But out of all of those games, this is the one that looks the most interesting for sure. Oh god, and there's a fucking Sam Barlow game here too. Jesus Christ!
Fair enough.
I'm doing the fucking jack off motion.
I'm frowning very hard right now. I'd rather not.
I hope the game design one isn't the Sam Barlow one.
Yes, as I said, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers side-scrolling beat 'em up called Rita's Rewind.
Looks cool.
Sure, it's a Digital Eclipse joint, so it'll be fine at least. Yeah. Deer and Boy, it's a first-time dev.
Yeah, they really got me with this one, because like, like the first half of this trailer, it starts off in the very like a sort of like inside style of like, you know, side scrolling puzzle platformer. It's like, oh man, there's a sad deer and there's a boy, and it's like, oh man, what if a deer was really sad and you had to like lug the deer around? Oh, wouldn't that be so sad? And it's like every single time I heard the deer go like, I was just like, okay, I'm over it. And then, like, in the second half of the trailer, it starts to get weird, and I'm like, okay, all right, you won me back. All right, I'm ready. I want to see what's going on here. It goes in a very, like, eldritch direction I was, like, not expecting.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down?
Shit. Yes, I hate... the Kingdom Come people who are very famously talking about how they didn't have any black characters in their game for, you know, historical reasons. So, and then you watch this trailer and there's not a single non-white person.
Right. So the one thing I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying, like, I feel like I might have read something about the people that were saying that left, but maybe I misread something.
Probably. It's just like at this point, I'm just like, I don't give a shit about any kind of Kingdom Come game.
Fair. I just, you know.
It looks like another one of those. They got more money. They're making their big open world medieval quest adventure game. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
If you like Kingdom Come, I'm sure you'll like this.
Slitterhead. Now this
Slitterhead. The Slitterheads are out there.
Yeah.
The Slitterhead girlies are thriving.
As they should. Yeah. I didn't know this was gonna be a fucking character action game.
I didn't either.
It looks so good.
It does. It looks really tight.
You're jumping around into people's bodies and then just like using their fucking forms as ammo to rip themselves apart and like make fucking scythes out of blood and viscera, and you're fighting these crazy ass monsters. Ugh. Yeah. It's so cool.
Body horror, but for like fucking sick character action. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I love the sort of like I don't know if this is going to be an open world game per se, but there's definitely like an openness to the like streets that they're in, and they like are providing a whole bunch of like NPC options for you to jump into, and it seems like the NPCs have different powers depending on who you jump into, and it's like, oh man, this looks dope.
It's very good. I'm.
The monsters also just look really cool too.
Yeah.
Slitterhead, baby.
Slitterhead.
If you're a Slitterhead, let us know.
Absolutely.
This dude with a fucking blood sword. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. He's doing parries with it.
We've got Killer Bean.
Sure. I thought this looked miserable, but like, you know, miserable in the sense that like I watch a trailer where a fucking dude is doing like, oh man, you know, it's so fucking cool, but it's like, you know, the game itself looks fun, you know?
It seems like it's very well made, and a bunch of people are saying like, yeah, this is like a passion project from one guy who's been working on it for like a decade, and it's gonna be like this game that everyone wants. Like, oh man, you're gonna be able to do all this cool like first and third person combat and vehicles and cool boss fights, but also it's a fucking stupid looking bean and I don't like looking at it.
It's a bean and it says the unfunniest shit, but like it looks fun. Like it shows off a whole bunch of really cool shit you can do. It's really obvious that like it's really obvious that the people who made it definitely have a like a big like real fondness for shooter games and are trying to design something that would be really fun for fans of shooters. And also this bean does a rock bottom on someone. They do wrestling moves.
And it's pretty good.
Those are the executions. You can do a rock bottom. I don't know. It looks fun. I also can't give a shit. But you know what? If I find out, hey, this game is really fun, you should really try it, I would play it. I'd definitely play it. There's some stuff here.
I want to say this is pronounced Karen.
Or is it
Cairn?
I'm pretty sure it's Cairn.
Cairn, sure.
Yeah.
From the Game Bakers, the people that made Fury
and Haven. I reviewed both of those games.
Yeah.
You know, I had a like my review of Haven was very mixed in that like I loved Fury for one. Like excellent game. Really really top-notch stuff. Haven was a game where it's like I really appreciated all of the things that I appreciated so much of what they were trying to do. But there were like so many downsides with it that I just found it like really miserable in a lot of spots. It seems like they've gone back to it and they've made a whole bunch of changes. I haven't touched it since it came out. But like the high points of that game for me are still really strong. So I don't feel burned on them. I'm like really Cairn looks like a climbing game, which that is fundamentally pretty interesting to me, considering climbing in games is it's one of two things. It's the fucking It's that one like getting over it style game that all the streamers are playing now, or it's Assassin's Creed climbing, and it's like, you know what? Give me a Death Stranding style climbing game, something that's like something that makes the act of climbing interesting. And I believe in them. I believe in their ability to do it.
My brain is completely fried because as soon as I saw this, all I could think was, man, Northernlion is going to be saying some crazy shit when he plays this. He's going to be asking, do gay people like bigger or smaller ball sacks while he's playing this? Like, Librarian's going to be getting humiliated publicly in the chat. It's going to be wild, and I can't wait. That's all I got to say about it. Speaking of the Stanley Parable, like you did earlier, the folks who made it are making a new game called Wanderstop, which I think could be interesting, but like there were a couple of other games that are basically doing the same thing that this is doing. So,
it's less to me. What's interesting to me is less about like, you know, the fact that it's taking, I don't want to say it's like taking swings at cozy games, because it's trying to, from the way it's shown, they're making a cozy game, a cozy TM game.
Yes.
But like, you know, people have sort of been getting a little tired of the cozy game genre. And I
understandably so.
I believe in Davey Reed's ability to take really interesting twists with the idea of the cozy game, because just from the jump, like in this trailer, they understand that people are tired of the cozy game, because they show towards the end of it that there's like maybe some sort of like darker twist to what's going on, but like I believe in Davey Reed's chops to make that more interesting than simply, oh, what if the cozy game was secretly fucked up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe in his ability to like make it I don't want to like project too much into what I think the game is going to be about, but like I believe in his ability to make it a game about comfort and like what it means to be comfortable, especially in situations where you're inherently not comfortable. Like to have a certain kind of purpose and to have fulfilled it. I don't know. Like the trailer itself is definitely playing with really interesting themes just from the jump. Even though it's really trying to show itself as like, oh, this is just going to be a nice little, cozy game. Don't think too much about it. It's like, I trust his ability to pull the rug out from under me. Also, play Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's great. Play the Beginner's Guide too. It's really good. All these games are great.
Sure. Unknown 9: The Awakening. Or no, Unknown 9: Awakening. No, I don't know. It didn't really leave an impression on me, I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't remember this at all in the slightest.
Okay, moving on. Ino Tria, The Last Song, which it's an Italian Souls-like, apparently, with the demo out now.
Let's go, Italia!
Italiano.
I haven't tried this. I don't. I like Souls games. I'm the Souls head, but it's like there's so many like non-Souls games that like just putting Souls in your title or your presentation doesn't immediately make it interesting. I do really like the aesthetics of this. Like, you know, go Italia. We're back, baby. Molto bene. You know, if I hear from people who like these games that this is a good one of those, or like people try that demo and like come away feeling positively, you know, I'll give it a shot. I'll try to give that demo a chance when I get the chance.
Then there was The First Descendant, which was just a CG trailer that I don't know what kind of game this is going to be.
The First Descendant.
This
looked really familiar. Hold on, I think it's actually out. Or I'm thinking of something else.
No, it's not out. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm looking at gameplay now. It is just a bunch of people popping a bunch of abilities while fighting a giant robot.
Yes, I think I watched early gameplay of this by people who got like codes and stuff. It looked fine.
Sure.
It looked okay.
You're firing a bunch of beams and
you sure are shooting beams. You and your friends are partying up.
You and your friends are partying up and using your abilities to defeat your enemies. That is what is happening in this game. So there you go. Sure. All right, so this is probably one of the nicer things that got announced. So, Innersloth, the creators of Among Us, because they made Among Us, made a lot of money. And so, instead of just sitting on it, they specifically said, hey, what if we use that money to fund other developers? And
yeah, obviously that money can go back in the development of whatever games they're making, but it seems like they had such a an excess of it that they're like, it makes more sense to just give this to other people to make games because we don't really have the capacity to do more than we can right now. Mm-hmm. So sure, start publishing. Makes a lot of sense. That's the natural reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I did find it really, sorry to cut you off. I did find it really funny that all of the trailers that they showed basically just had a quick snippet of the people who made the game talking about it, and man, they did not have professional mics at all, and that makes so much sense. That does give a sense of reality to this. When you see triple I shit from something like Blumhouse or whatever, it's oh yeah, sure, whatever, this might be cool. But oh man, this lady is whispering. We are that I believe you.
This is real.
I know you are passionate about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had a little sizzle reel of stuff that they showed. Pretty neat that they're doing that. And there's also going to be an Among Us animated series that they showed some of the animation. I mean, it looks well animated. It's got a crazy cast.
I'll say the animation for this doesn't look like the animation for a television show. This looks like the animation for the trailer of a show. I don't think we're gonna see any of these as scenes,
Sure.
But this just seems like a proof of concept to get a show sold more than anything else.
Man, Wayne Knight is in this. Yeah,
we knew Elijah Wood was in. They dropped the full cast list. Patton Oswalt obviously was going to show up. Phil Lamar and Deborah Wilson coming together again. Classic. Elijah Wood confirmed. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Yvette Nicole Brown, she's hilarious. Love her.
Yes.
I've heard Kimmy Yo Glenn before. I don't recognize her. And everyone else I'm not totally aware of.
Right.
But, they got their big heavy hitters in. The Elijah Wood one is still insane to me. Just seeing his name there is okay, yeah, sure, why not? Oh, Elijah Wood Among Us now.
We'll see.
Coming soon.
Sonic X Shadow Generations. Coming out October 25th. Shadow has badass goth wings at some point in this trailer, and I was just yeah, this is where we're going now. This is 100% what we're doing. They know what they're doing here.
The one-winged hedgehog.
He's got two wings, but they're tentacle evil wings.
They sure are.
It's pretty sick. Again, I don't really know too much about the Sonic's fandom and all that, but one thing that I did see was they announced a pre-order costume for Shadow that was Terios, and I had no idea what the fuck that was. And when I Googled it, all that came up was a fan content wiki. So I was did they use someone's fan character? Is this a popular fan character they're making a reference to? And apparently no. Terios was Shadow's first beta design, like when they were just like drawing ideas for Shadow.
Right.
And so I guess people latched onto that and, incorporated it into like fan works, but it was only ever like, oh, you have to be like a super turbo nerd to know about this.
Right.
So of course Rose knew what it was, so that's how I found out about it.
Get her ass. I do like that Sonic's pre-order skin is just the low poly Sonic Adventure model. That's really that's like fun cut.
Is a really good cut though too, is the thing. But yeah, pretty crazy. I mean, they are fully leaning into Sonic fandom in a way that is good. Like, they're not, highlighting insane bad shit. They're just like, hey, we know you fuckers know who Terios is. Here you go. We're acknowledging that. That's the kind of stuff that I respect. Straight up. Dune Awakening, which is an MMO where it's like an alternate timeline where Paul Atreides wasn't born, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. It's an MMO in 2024. I don't know what they're doing.
You know what? I bet a new one's bound to take off.
But this one?
I don't know. You know what, dude? You know what? The Dune heads want something.
The Dune heads want to go see movies. The Dune heads are all cinemaphiles. I don't know about
I don't know.
this.
I don't know. I think the Dune heads are more just happy that movies came out,
Sure. This next one I feel very bad about. Battle Aces. Now, this game didn't seem bad, but they had this big, really slickly animated mecha, like, teaser thing.
Yeah.
And then they immediately shift over to, it's an RTS, and it just looks like an RTS, and that's it. And it took the wind out of everybody's sails. I feel so bad. Like, this game, everyone's just going to be talking about how hard they stepped on the brakes here for this one until, like, more stuff comes out about it. I feel so bad.
I think more so people just aren't going to talk about it.
Yeah, that too. I mean, I think it's just going to pass by. Because, yeah, I don't know, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, game devs. I know the big slick trailer, the animated trailer. It's always nice. It looks cool. It's gonna disappoint every time.
Yeah. I didn't write it up, but there was also the Devolver Direct, and that happened with another game too. Like, it was
that sucks.
Yeah, it was oh god, what was it? The people that made Dead Cells. They're making a like a kung fu noir like beat 'em up, but they had this really amazingly animated trailer, and then the actual game is like a 4-bit game. Like it's all like little teeny like chibi sprites fighting.
Yeah.
And again, like I bet that game's gonna play really, really well. I bet it's gonna be really fun. But introducing it with this looks like a fucking this looks like this is animated by Mappa, and then being like, but actually you're playing something that you could play on like a Game Boy Color.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta figure their shit out. I don't know. It's rough. They're doing another season of the finals. I don't give a shit about that.
I don't give a shit either, but I do want to say really quickly in this trailer, I thought it was very funny that every time from a first-person perspective, someone like took a shot or fired a bullet, it missed every single time. Like, I don't know what happened here. Like, did they just have a thing that was like, we shouldn't show any of the characters dying?
I guess, maybe.
It's so funny. Like, it's just highlighting, wow, no one can play this game.
Guess not. The Alan Wake DLC.
Let's go.
The first half of it is out now. It came out the day after the showcase. It's the Night Springs expansion with 3 playable characters: Rose the waitress, Officer Tim Breaker, and Jesse from Control.
Yeah, the Goku pop was huge. The Jesse pop was like just as big.
I mean,
and on top of that,
there was a huge pop when our friend and yours, Max Payne himself,
of course,
came out. Sam
Mr.
Lake.
Sam Lake, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sam Lake. Because he also came out to announce that, yes, there is going to be a physical release for Alan Wake 2, finally.
Let's go! I'm gonna buy that. I'm for sure buying that.
Yeah. So the physical copy will have so it's going to come out after all the DLC comes out.
Yeah.
Because it's going to have all of it included. I think they said pretty much that the main game and Night Springs is going to be on the disc. Maybe the second DLC isn't.
None of the DLC is on disc.
No, okay. I saw some. I saw that like the guy who I think people were like asking him about it on like NeoGAF or Reset Era or whatever, and like one of the guys working for Remedy who was like taking questions about it basically said like, we are at least going to have the first DLC on the disc, but like don't listen to me because nothing's like finalized yet. Like that's pretty much what he said. So it might all be on the disc. Like this, I guess they're still figuring it out.
We'll see.
Yeah. But there's also a $200 collector's big ass collector's edition from Limited Run that comes with a replica of the lamp and pins and an art book.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. New World is coming to consoles. I don't know who gives a shit about that.
Yeah, that's the Amazon MMO that failed.
Yeah.
I guess maybe not failed because they're not an expansion. Whatever, who cares?
They showed some stuff for Honkai Star Rail, and I'm gonna like. I kind of respect how much they do not give a fuck about people who don't know what's going on in this game. Like, they just showed a bunch of characters, like, whipping past. Like, they didn't explain anything about what was going on. They were just like, I didn't know if any of them were new characters. I didn't know if any of them were, like, different, like, versions of the same character. I saw someone saying that, like, they introduced some new, like, I think the next character that they're adding is, like, a remix version of another character. I didn't fucking know. Everyone was like, oh, this is so crazy. Oh man, March 7th is coming. Because I remember that there's a girl in this game named fucking March 7th. And they're like, March 7th is Chinese now. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What?
I believe it. I believe that March 7th is Chinese now.
Sure. Okay. I know Robin in this game because that's like the character that the guy who makes the fucking Bulldog videos uses as his avatar for some reason. So whenever I see her, I just think about 2 times Pimpy, 3 times Bape, and like how inbred those poor fucking creatures are, and how the people who do this need to be in prison forever. I guess there's going to be more content in Honkai Star Rail because people
there
are
always
still,
is.
Yeah, there always will be. Dark and Darker.
I like Dark and Darker.
Yeah,
that's fun. Yeah,
that's coming to consoles. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you know they had a pretty turbulent period there. Like, I believe the game got taken down and is now back up again on early access.
Yeah, it's
free. You can go play it. It's if you haven't watched a streamer who's played it yet, it's a. It's an extraction. It's a D&D extraction based game where like all the characters and classes are based off D&D archetypes. And it's really cool because it's like it's very unforgiving in like the fun kind of janky way. I appreciate everything that game does. It's fun. Sure. It's fun. Definitely worth giving a shot. I don't know why it was shown at Summer Games Fest, but you know,
don't ask me.
Hopefully more people give it a shot.
Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. It's a Capcom game. I don't know how to feel about it. It seems pretty generic. Like it just kind of seems like it's coming and going. I don't know. So people got very mad because Capcom like sent out like little invitation things to people to be like, get ready for a big summer game fest from Capcom. And it was this, it was the Street Fighter stuff, which is cool. Don't get it twisted. And then they did a little bit of, I mean, I'll just say it here. Like they showed off like some new stuff for Monster Hunter Wilds, and that's it. And people were like, "Are you going to?" Because no actual new game. They just did little updates for stuff that has been out. Like Street Fighter's been out for a year, and again, like cool DLC, but that's not like, hey, we need Capcom fans to watch this kind of like, no, very weird. Hyper Light Breaker early access late this summer.
Word, hell yeah! Happy to give like another one of these a try.
Sure.
I still haven't played fucking. Oh my god, what is it called? Solar Rail, I think. Mm-hmm. The first like real attempt at like a 3D Hyper Light game, and then fucking did Hyper Light Drifter 2 happen?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Okay. I have to like look this up. They did announce a Hyper Light Drifter 2. This looks like a different game though. Yeah, Hyper Light Drifter 2. Or no, I guess this is what Hyper Light Drifter 2 is supposed to be. Sure, why not?
Okay.
Excited. Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
Love that original game.
Mm-hmm. Skate? Still quote, we're still working on it. That's what they said.
And the tagline changed from "we are working on it" to "we are still working on it."
There's going to be console play testing this fall. And they pretty much introduced the story, which I think is a really smart story, where it's basically like some big megacorp got shut down, and they had like a company city basically, so the city is just empty. So it's like, okay, yeah, skaters are just gonna run around and skate in this big empty city. Like that's smart. That's fun. I like that. And to tie that in, they had a little live action video with none other than Tim Robinson doing his shtick in characters like one of the, I don't know if he's like supposed to be the CEO or just like one of the higher ups at the company.
Yeah. So I wrote a little piece on this, which you can go read now on Gamesline.net. The thing about this skit itself is like they actually cut like 2 minutes from it. It's like actually pretty long, and I'm actually really glad that they cut those 2 minutes from it, because it was like it just kept hammering on the same jokes over and over again, and they're like not super funny. And it feels like such a, I don't want to say like a misuse of Tim Robinson, because I'm sure he had input on like the jokes themselves, but it's like he is so clearly bringing no energy to this whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's very funny. It's actually not that funny, but that's the problem.
It's funny that it's not funny.
Yeah. It's really interesting in that sense, but in the piece that I wrote shortly after this came out, I make the argument that Tim Robinson, noted skate freak, noted fan of skateboarder, possibly we know there are other Emmy Award winners who can do skateboarding tricks. There's like 2 of them, but he might be the only Emmy Award winner who can perform a recorded. He's the only Emmy Award winner we know that has recorded on video to have performed a tray flip. Why, how come when they finally get to the end of this trailer and you're finally seeing some people skate around the city, how come there is not a full 3D model of Tim Robinson's character also skating around too?
I mean, who knows?
Are they going to turn him into the skateboarding villain? That would be okay. That would be fine.
Maybe.
But he needs to be playable in this game. I hope so. This isn't like, to me, this isn't like a sort of like, oh, they should do it because it's funny. No, you have him. You know he loves the skateboard. You know he'll get on the board. You know he'll do some mocap for you. I'm sure his time was pretty valuable. He knows what he's about. But I'm sure he would love to be in a skate game. Just ask him. Get him in the 3D booth. Get him in the capture booth. Let's get a full, nice, high definition 3D render of Tim Robinson and get that motherfucker on a board and have him start fucking grinding rails already.
Sure.
What are you waiting for? I guess they're still working on it. Who knows? Maybe that's what we'll see. But I know for a fact that they need to know that he needs to be in this video game. Let your voice be heard.
So they showed a new Pal World trailer.
Who cares?
Doing an expansion. Yeah, who cares? I will say it was very funny how people have been like, oh man, yeah, it does kind of seem like Pal World ripped off some Pokemon stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff that's original. And then every single new Pal that they showed in this trailer was just a Pokemon. Like, just it's so fucking blatant. These people have no creativity in their bones. They are not. This game is so fucking stupid. Bad. They're putting Valorant on consoles, and that tells me we need to reopen the schools. This is not going to be good for our children.
Yeah, again, who cares? I don't need this. This ain't for me.
Who cares? But also, I fear for children.
There's an aspect of Valorant to me where every time I see it, I'm like, that's not a video game. Like, that doesn't exist. And I know it's real. I know it's real and you can play it, but it's like, no, that's just like fake. Like whoever is playing this is like, it's just like I don't know. Like, what's happening here? It's this mixture of like, okay, I don't know how best to put it. I think of it as like the Fortnite aesthetic, where they're trying to take this, like, they're trying to take like the aesthetics of hip hop, but gentrifying them in ways to make them like, absurdly hyper cool. And it just always looks bad every single time. And I just think to myself, who is this for? Who thinks this is cool? And of course it's children. Like, children don't understand aesthetics. Like, they will, and I guess like a lot of adults don't either. But it's like, every time I see like a character in this game, I'm just like, you're not real. Like, this isn't, like, you can't have done this. But they did, and they're putting it on consoles, I guess. Who cares? Valorant. I don't need to do that.
Reopen the schools.
Yeah.
They had like a 5 fucking minute long Supercell trailer that was like one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was really funny.
They
had Ken Jeong in a chicken outfit, and he was making jokes.
And it was not good. It was not good at all. It was really bad, and I hated it.
They had Will Arnett there, and he was like trying, which is really sad.
It's really sad.
I like Will Arnett. He's funny.
I don't dislike him. I like him in Arrested Development, but yeah, like I said, Monster Hunter Wilds. Sure. And
sure.
They ended it with Phantom Blade 0.
The Phantom Blade heads are fucking thriving. We're back. We're so back. It looks cool. This game's probably going to be really good. Very excited to see it. To see more of it.
It's a Souls-like, so I don't need it.
Is it a Souls-like? It just seems more like a Ninja Gaiden-y action game. You know?
I don't need it. I don't. Also, hey, they had Day of the Devs after that, and the big thing from that was that UFO 50 has a release date now, September 18th.
Neat.
That's finally coming out.
50 whole games.
50 whole games.
One game.
Yeah.
Well, thank God all of that's over, and there's definitely no more of this.
Well, I'm sorry, but there's another showcase, and I don't want to go as long on to because it's been an hour.
It was pretty long, but I don't think there was nearly as many things. And also the thing is, at the Xbox showcase, the things that were there kind of looked better. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever, who gives a shit? Call of Duty, the new Doom game.
Before we get into that, I just wanted to say the other piece of news that happened this week.
Okay.
There's a live action Like a Dragon television program coming out.
Sick.
October 24th on Prime Video.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's gonna be an actual Western thing. Okay, no. Yeah, sure. Oh.
I mean, it's being directed by Japanese talent.
Right.
It's starring Japanese talent. The guy who's playing Kiryu was a Kamen Rider.
Okay.
And he seems like he's good for the part. I don't know too much about this particular gentleman. Ryoma Takeuchi. But when I took a picture of him and then I like scribbled angry eyebrows and a little goatee on him, and it looked pretty legit. So I think it'll be fine. I think it said that it's set like between Yakuza 0 and 1, or at least some of it is, and then some of it's set later. So, just doing some stuff that's not wrapped up in stuff that we've seen in the games already, which I think that's a smart way to do it. Like it's not just a remake of one of the games, it's original content. That's smart.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting to me because like Prime Video is not like Amazon Prime Video stuff is not like, it's not usually, it's usually a lot of originals in the sense that like they're going to a small set of studios that they know, and they're like, this is what we want you to make, and they're like, okay, on it, boss. And like, I don't know, like I very rarely see like any kind of foreign stuff on Amazon Prime.
Well, maybe this is them getting into it.
Yeah. I don't remember if we talked about, I think I talked about the Fallout show last time I was on here. That was fucking weird. Weird ass show.
I mean, I've heard more praise than negativity about it.
I hated so much of it, and then like by the end I'm like, it's like I get what they're going for, but I still don't super like it.
Sure.
We don't gotta get into it. I wanna get onto this Xbox stuff.
Yes.
I'm ready to wrap up.
Alright. Yeah, Call of Duty trailer, who cares? Doom the Dark Ages though.
Yes.
Oh man. The thing is,
yeah, they're leaning more into like the like absurd lore that they added in Doom Eternal, and going and turning into it like this weird ancient prequel where you see the primordial, the original Doom Slayer. It's like, oh man, this is dope. Good for them. Good. I'd love to see them lean into their bullshit.
I get why people are upset because they want Doom to be sci-fi, and this is leaning more into fantasy stuff. So I get it.
It's fantasy sci-fi. It is both.
I think it's pretty dope though. What I am more worried about is I just hope that it plays more like Doom 2016 and less like Eternal. I hope that it is not.
I'm
paper, scissors shit.
I'm sure they'll strike a balance between them. Like,
I hope so.
There's one quick part in this where it's like, you see an enemy shooting blades at you, and one of the blades is a different color, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have to do something weird in order to interact with that different color blade.
Sure.
One of the guns, the ammo is skulls. It's grinding up skulls and shooting out the bone shards at them. It's so good.
It's really good. You're just riding a dragon at points in this game. Doom Guy gets in a fucking mech at some point in this game.
The big like chainsaw shield. Ugh.
There's a chainsaw shield.
It's all like it's just sick shit. Like,
it's sick.
This is what you should be doing.
Yes.
He's got a fucking mace as a melee weapon.
I am extremely into it. Again, as long as it plays a little bit better. That's all I need. State of Decay 3.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a CG trailer, sure.
Yeah,
I know people
I like State of Decay. Oh, I actually State of Decay is a series I've like circled for a really long time. It's like I haven't really had a chance to play them, but it's like every time I see one of them, I'm like, man, that's exactly the kind of zombie game I want to play. Mm-hmm. Because it's not about like there's a certain template when it comes to like open world survival, and State of Decay is an open world survival game, but it doesn't use any of those verbs like at all. It is like, it is its own kind of thing. It's all about like building a community and having that community, like, and more about like the survival of a community together, and like trying to weather trying to just like weather the storm that's around you. And it's like, oh man, that's such that like every single idea that State of Decay has is so interesting. And knowing that they're going for another one of these games, especially after we found out that the guy who bankrolled the first 2 State of Decay games was a huge piece of shit. Knowing that they're making a third one without him involved is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's not like a piece of shit. I mean, like, I'm sure he's morally reprehensible, but he's just like a really bad businessman and has like, you know, he's the dude who laid off like Austin Walker's entire like TRPG studio because he thought people were leaking shit to the press, you know? He's just like a petty vindictive piece of shit.
Jackass.
Bad guy. Yeah, a piece of shit. But yeah, no, I feel like they did a good job of like emphasizing what the themes of a State of Decay game are. Just like even with the CG thing, especially because like State of Decay is never. I don't think they mentioned whether or not there's going to be multiplayer in this game. I don't think State of Decay 2 had multiplayer. But like it's not about that. It's way more about like all you're usually playing all of the characters together. Which is way more interesting to me. So, if they did suddenly add multiplayer and then like other people are taking on the roles of other characters, that's decidedly less interesting. But you know, this might be the one that I finally hop into. Sure. We'll see.
Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Man, what a fucking mess!
This was such a weird trailer. Like I don't know if you said it or someone else said it, but it was like, this is a Borderlands trailer.
It is a Borderlands trailer. That's so true. No, they World of Warcrafted this in the sense of like, they tried to go for a fucking much worse aesthetic than the other Dragon Age games. Because the other Dragon Ages are just like very typical fantasy. But now this is going for like the sort of like Overwatchian Blizzard style like incredibly silly looking high fantasy. It just looks high fantasy, but like some modernization added to it as well. It all looks really bad. It all looks really bad, and it's the kind of thing where it's like, I know the people who are into Dragon Age are really invested in Dragon Age at this point, so seeing that they're seemingly abandoning the entire like big Dragon Age storyline that they left off on to like reboot it as this like shitty like this World of Warcraft looking garbage is like, man, that sucks for them. Especially after like, you know, Baldur's Gate like was able to like steal their hearts because it was basically what they wanted.
Yeah.
Nobody can be happy with this.
No. It's fucked up. They got Starfield DLC coming out.
Sure.
It looks really horror based, which is a little interesting, but not enough to get me to play it.
Yeah, it's trying to lean way more into like a more like fantasy sci-fi kind of thing, which I respect. I respect the decision there. I think you're going for something more interesting, but also you could not for the life you cannot get me to play Starfield. It's just not happening.
More Fallout 76 expansion stuff. I guess next year you'll be able to play as a ghoul.
Yeah. It's the fucking first time you're actually you can play as a ghoul in a Fallout game without modding it.
Congratulations to those ghoul heads out there.
Yeah, you can finally do it, and it's in like the game nobody wants to play.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which is a turn-based RPG about a group of 33-year-olds going on a quest because there's a sorceress who every year kills everyone of a certain age. So it's like, oh, everyone who's 33, you're alive for the rest of the year, but then once it hits, everyone who's 33 dies or over. So it seems pretty neat. Like the fact that they're basically just making like a JRPG ass game, but it's a like AAA looking Western RPG. Like that's That's nice.
Yeah, it looked like any other kind of like Unreal Engine ass game, and then as soon as you see combat and it's like a turn-based RPG, it's like, hold on a second.
Yeah, whoa, wait. Are they cooking?
They got something? Oh, there's timing in the combat. Oh, never mind.
Paper Mario. Sucks. It's time. Okay, here's one that I have very mixed feelings about. South of Midnight. Because so much of it is so fucking cool. Like, it's like Deep South, like mythology and style. You're like playing as this lady riding on like a big ass, like, I guess catfish creature. And you're just like in the bayou going on adventures. You're trying to ring a bell to get a giant crocodile off your ass. Or alligator, excuse me. I should fucking know. I'm from Florida. I should know. I should say the correct one. But then they actually started to show the game in movement, and it's like animated 24 frames per second, like Spider-Verse, and it looks really bad as a video game.
It's that there's like lower frame rate animations, but like it's still a 60 frames per second game, and like the animations are inconsistent frame rate wise. So you get this like weird jittery effect whenever there's any kind of anytime there's like any kind of like cutscene or even like idle animations where things just look off. It's really it's something that I'm sure given more time will be better, but it's also the kind of thing where it's like they had another game later in this same showcase that does the exact same thing and it looks way better. It's like, guys, what are you doing? I don't know. This also just kind of looked very by the numbers in terms of just games, you know? Like you got the main character who's talking to herself, telling you, "Oh, I gotta go this way," and then like you have all the abilities that you would do in a third-person action game. You got your combat, you know. It seems very typical gameplay-wise. The setting and aesthetics, though, at least seem very unique. So I would be interested in seeing where this goes, but also that like the frame rate animation stuff is truly like it almost nauseates me. Like it's really bad looking.
Mm-hmm.
The music is also really good too. Like, there's a lot of like really cool touches here.
I just wish it wasn't animated like that.
Yeah, like just don't even bother. Just fucking
make it animated normal, please. Please. There was a World of Warcraft expansion. They didn't even really say what it was about. It was just like, okay,
more World of Warcraft.
Sure. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Yeah, this looks like basically what I expected, which is like a very faithful 1-to-1 remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, but like with very updated graphics, third-person shooting, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, they said they were going to keep the same voice acting cast. It doesn't seem like they've done much in the way of re-recording or new recordings. We'll see what that looks like. We'll see what that looks like in game. I've seen some people be like, man, this kind of looks like it doesn't really have the same spirit. And it's like, yeah, I can see that, but I don't necessarily agree with it. It's this aspect of it where it's like the higher fidelity definitely seems to like relish in the fact that it looks much nicer. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I think it works. I'm generally very optimistic towards this. I want to play it, and it's like it's also the kind of thing where it's like it's not like the Demon Souls remake where like that sort of replaced Demon Souls and it looks significantly worse in every aspect. This seems very faithful to the aesthetics of the original. It's trying to make them higher fidelity. It's going for a lot of the same cinematic shots. It's going for the same style and flair, while also, even if you're not feeling this, the original still exists too, and they just re-released that as well. So, you know, I'm very optimistic towards this. I think I'm excited. I want to play this. I fucking love Metal Gear, baby.
I love Metal Gear. I'm not like itching to play this, but we'll see. Because yeah, it does feel a little like it doesn't have that spirit of whimsy, maybe. But
I think it's still going to be there. It's just they're showing off the like actual. They're showing off the game itself, you know. Like,
sure.
I don't know if they're gonna show off like the fucking Santa outfit and the fucking like ape escape mask you get right from the beginning. I had a weird vibe during that trailer that it felt, I don't know if it's simply that like, I don't know if it's simply that I've just played Metal Gear Solid 3 so many times that like, you know, everything. I was like really appreciating how close so many of the things were. It's like, it feels like I've watched that trailer before. And it's like, is that an actual recreation of one of the original MGS3 trailers?
Good.
I have to look. MGS trailer 2004. Let's see.
I mean, there were some neat touches that were new.
There are a ton of MGS3 trailers.
Yeah, there were some neat touches that were new. Like, you can just straight up, like, cover yourself with mud.
Yes. I appreciated that it seemed like they were adding in new mechanics based on stuff that, like, feels like in the spirit of the original, you know?
Yeah. Apparently, if, you get seriously injured in the process of playing, it stays on you visually, or maybe even if it's something like really bad, it'll stick with you throughout the rest of the game, the run, which is kind of interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's something.
Yeah, I trust them more than I trust other people doing remakes of PS2 classics now. I
guess, yeah. And I mean, also, MGS3 is pretty readily available, so...
Yeah.
If this sucks, then, you know, it's fine. Sea of Thieves Season 13, out July 25th. You can be evil now.
Whoa.
Let's see here. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. It's coming out on my birthday, and it is a Souls-Light. Whatever that means.
Souls-Light? Man, Light. I don't even know what that means.
Well, they said it.
The combat looks really dope. Like, sure. It seems like they have a whole bunch of ideas. I don't know how super interested I am in this, but they're trying. They really want you to get in there and
sure.
They really want you to see this gameplay and go, dude, don't you want to fucking try this? It's like, kinda. Seems okay.
Age of Mythology Retold. They're doing a remake of Age of Mythology. September 4th. Sure. They showed gameplay from Perfect Dark that a lot of people thought was probably going to get canceled or something. It looks pretty neat.
Yeah, going for a more like not ImSim, but like ImSim-esque kind of style. Like, you know, I don't think it's going to lean full into Deus Ex in the same way, but they're trying to. It seems like they saw immersive sim and were like, it's like, oh yeah, that seems like such a logical conclusion for what you'd want to do if you were going to try and make a Perfect Dark in 2024. It seems pretty cool. I like a lot of the gameplay and stuff seems really fluid and really nice. The thing that was like really silly to me was like, oh shit, they are just straight up using the same Mirror's Edge mechanics, aren't they? For like wall running and like like just parkour and stuff. It's like, sure, I guess that's what you would want to do.
Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. Fucked up trailer where everyone
real fucked.
Was getting all killed and ripped up, and it was messed up.
Yeah, there's like a part in this trailer where like a girl's arm gets ripped in half, and I was like, oh, that's brutal. I don't know if you noticed though, she does drop a subtle reference when she says that she can control the stone.
That's true. Yeah. How are you feeling about this official tie-in with Delgo in Diablo?
he did go post on Twitter reference? What do you mean reference with like a subtle winking nod? And I'm not sure what he meant by that. Does that mean Delgo does that mean Delgo is does that mean Diablo 4 is Delgo I don't understand what it means.
Dialgo 4.
I mean Delgo and Diablo are so close spelling wise.
It's true.
It would not surprise me if we just suddenly, if we saw another Diablo 4 drop and then we saw the A and the I and the B disappear and then an E and a G show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh shit, he's here.
He's going to be in it.
I just don't know what he meant by that, is all.
I don't know. Fable from Playground Games. You know what? I think this looks really good.
It looks like Fable. Like the fact that I didn't know if there was any kind of word about a Fable game coming at all, but it's like the fact that I was so easily able to peg, oh, this is a fucking Fable.
That's Fable, baby.
That speaks to definitely the sort of not only mechanical but not only mechanic but mechanical identity, but also the aesthetic of Fable, that it's you see something that's got all these modern graphics, but it still manages to have the same telltale signs of being a Fable game. And I respect that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Peter Molyneux is involved in this anymore.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so.
Frag Punk,
bro.
Which I mean, it's a 5v5 hero shooter, but
hate rules, change them.
It's kind of I'm not gonna play this, but I respect the idea where it's basically you have cards that you can activate throughout the match that inherently change the rules of the match. It
doesn't seem like it changes them that much though.
Yeah, but I get the idea.
Big heads. One of them is it adds extra foliage so you can be stealthier, but it's what do you mean? If I see some extra foliage, I'm oh, someone's being stealthy here. I guess I'll just be extra patient, you know?
Sure.
What is that what does that even help? I don't know. One of them is you can summon a Grim Reaper. Is that just you get instant kills? What's going on there?
I don't know.
None of this looks particularly interesting to me.
Winter Burrow, which is it's just city builder, but you're a little mouse trying to live through the winter. It's cute.
Yeah, that's cute.
Mixtape, which is the new game from Beethoven and Dinosaur, the people who made Artful Escape, which tells me it's gonna suck ass.
Yeah, just based on so I mentioned the low frame rate, the low frame rate animation aesthetic. It looks nicer here, but also we talked about Artful Escape before and how it's really devoid of any kind of actual significant meaning, and just watching this trailer and the way they present it as oh, revisit the 80s, and the big thing that they're showing off is there's a whole bunch of licensed music. Isn't that crazy? It's wow. This seems so devoid of any kind of substance whatsoever that I can't eat. I'm just not even interested in it in the slightest. It looks so poor. I don't know who is even who could be remotely interested in this.
I don't know.
They have to show something very significantly different from what they've actually shown. But they're hinging on the 80s and also playlists. Crazy.
Wild.
Looks bad.
Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting an update for 2024 where you're going to be able to do a bunch of flight jobs.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
You can
Let's
fly
go!
You can fly a plane like you would at the airport. You can do crop dusting. You can do private planes. So you can fly Taylor Swift around everywhere and create more CO2 emissions than person does in their entire life. And I don't know if hot air balloons are new, but they had hot air balloons in the trailer, so there you go. That'll be out November 19th. Elder Scrolls Online has been out for 10 years. All the DLC is going to be free, and there's a new expansion on June 18th called Gold Road.
For them.
Yeah. New Life is Strange game, Double Exposure.
Yeah, this one's interesting because it's the next one where you play as Max Caulfield and she's an adult now. Like, I haven't touched any of the Life is Strange stuff after the first one because, I don't know, they just haven't really interested me that much. But, like, this one specifically, like, as a return to Max Caulfield, it's like, I just think about the end of Life is Strange and how, like, there's an obvious good end and an obvious bad end. And the bad end is, like, you make all of the changes and you keep Chloe alive. And, like, as a result, you just cause untold destruction to the entire town. And it's like, isn't the whole point, like, that she probably shouldn't be doing this? Like, that she's kind of unwinding the fabric of the world? Like, how come there's a video game where she has to come back and use her powers again? It's like, is she learning from it? They do set it up as a different kind of situation where instead of you're manipulating a single timeline, there's two divergent timelines that you can travel between. So it's like, okay, I'm sure that's narrative justification for being able to change things in that way. But it's like, man, I think about the way Life is Strange ends, and it's like, if I was Max, I would simply never do this again. Like, your friend mysteriously dies. It's like, man, that sucks. I can't believe that happened again. Oh, dude. Bro. It doesn't matter that I can manipulate time and space. Last time I did it, it didn't fucking pan out well. Probably a bad idea to do it again, but this time she's back, baby, and she's doing it. And she'll she'll solve the mystery this time. Oh boy. This feels like strangely desperate. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is fun to see Max Caulfield as an adult. I do like that. Like, that does fundamentally appeal to me more than any of the other Life is Strange stuff. Mm-hmm. Just on, like, a weird lizard brain level, but
sure.
It's just so weirdly tone deaf to be like, I guess I should do the exact same thing I did years ago, but this time it'll work out right.
I'll do it right this time, folks. They showed Indiana Jones from Machine Games, and let me tell you, that shit was Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
that was really good job with this.
Like, they really nail the tone. I like how much of it is like, not like winking and nodding, but is like using cinematic using like filmed cinematic language in a cool way in their cutscenes. Mm-hmm. like the part of the scene where the Indian the Nazis chasing him down, see a guy fall off, and they both just kind of like give each other a look before they start fighting again. It's like, oh, that's really fun. Like, that's good. That's exactly what you would see in an Indiana Jones movie.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. The sort of like criticism I saw while it was playing, I was like, man, this sure is a cool cutscene.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, they did go out of their way to show like a pretty lengthy, maybe not lengthy, but a good variety of gameplay after that. Mm-hmm. But it's like, man, 4 minutes of this trailer is one scene, and then like the last 30 seconds is first person gameplay of you doing like fist fights and whipping people and stuff. And it's like, all right. I'm hoping the actual game part of this game is good, but at least they've nailed the cinematics.
Mm-hmm. They had a mech battle game called Mecha Break.
Yeah, they showed this. Wasn't this also on Summer Games Fest? I feel like it was, because I saw like multiple trailers for this. But yeah, it sure looks like a like free to play version of Armored Core 6. In so many ways that it's like, even when they show like the dude, the like character in your pod, or like, and like the mech building, and then you know, there's only so many ways you can show that, but it's like, oh, it looks so similar that it's so hard to like take it seriously, you know.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember this looking pretty interesting. I had to double back and start playing this trailer again to be like, what is going on here? And it's like, oh no, this actually like looks like a really solid action game. This is one of the ones that I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to try this. Mm-hmm. This is the one that looks the most Souls-like to me out of anything they've shown that's Souls-like. Looks good though.
Avowed?
Yeah, this was is this brand new, or was this the medieval one that they showed a little bit ago?
This has been like talked about for ages and ages, but from what I can gather, they've like barely showed it, and a lot of people like it's the new Obsidian game. People are like scared because of how Microsoft is. It's basically like, oh, if this isn't like a complete and total banger, Obsidian's probably gone. Like that sucks.
I'm sure it'll be good. I really liked Obsidian's output. I think it, like, I don't know. A big action-y game in the same way is sort of like what they need, I think, to get the same kind of goodwill that they or to get like the same kind of like, what's the best way of putting it? The same sort of cachet that they were like only able to cash in so much when it came to something like Pentiment, which is a great game. It's just, but it's like, that's not the same thing that's going to attract people who like, New Vegas. Mm-hmm. And, Outer Worlds was also like, I liked Outer Worlds a lot. I think it's a really good game, but also it's like, it was also another one that people had a lot of criticisms about and people felt was like a little lacking in a lot of ways. So, I hope they can bring that same energy to Avowed in a good way.
Atomfall from Rebellion.
This looked all right. Like, they're doing some fucking like first person shit in we all jolly England.
Yeah. Sure.
And it's when it turns into like this weird occulty like fantasy sci-fi, it's like, all right, I respect the vision. Mm-hmm. I want to see where you're going.
They had another trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows, which that looked really good. I might get an Assassin's Creed game for the first time.
Sure.
Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl.
We're back, baby.
Any particular thoughts on that one?
It looks really solid. I don't really know what to say other than, oh shit, like this is Stalker, but it looks really nice. Like they're going for all the Stalker shit you expect. The fact that you see a fucking like big electric ball just hovering around as soon as you like exit the first area. It's like, oh man, they got the map, they got the pads, everyone's got fucking big ass guns. Everything's all fucked up. It's like, oh man. They know what they're doing. I respect it.
They announced new Xbox models, which are all more expensive than the models that are already out. So there's no reason to buy them.
Are they new models? I thought they were just like, I was trying to like parse the differences. Like they have an all digital Series X here, which sounds insane to me. And then they just showed that they have another Series S, but with a bigger SSD.
Bigger SSD.
That seems like the thing is like all of these just have bigger SSDs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty much what
different.
It is. Yeah, they're new SKUs, I should say.
Yeah. The all digital Series X though seems insane to me. Like I don't know why you would want that.
It's more expensive to buy that than to just get the one with the CD drive. Like you could just you can go to buy the CD drive at the store right now and it would be cheaper than buying this one. Like I don't understand it at all. Like I mean it's got like no there's no reason. Yeah, there's just no reason. No reason. Straight up. Just insane.
The CD drive is why I got a Series X. like I want to be able to put 360 games into my Series X and then just play them.
Yeah. And then they rounded it off with Gears of War E-Day, which is a prequel, I guess, where they tell the story of what happened when shit went bad initially.
Very, very funny, even sadder Mad World piano sting in this.
Yes.
Also, like, obviously they just, like, are not continuing with the storyline from 4 and 5 and are just like, let's just do something different. We have this IP. We need to leverage it. We need to make sure we have Marcus Phoenix here. He needs to have a moment where he loses his do-rag and puts it back on. You know, they're going for all this. They're going for all the fan servicey stuff out of the gate with it. A good, like, sure. I if it sells, it sells. I'm sure people would be pretty down to have a, like, cool horde shooter again. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah,
you could see the Gears of War. You could see the Gears of War coming back.
Yeah, sure. All right. Well, those were the streams. That was everything.
That was everything.
Is there anything in particular that you're, like, extremely excited about that they showed?
No.
Okay.
Like frankly, like, there's some good stuff I will definitely want to play. Like, I will for sure want to play Stalker 2. Phantom Blade looks interesting. There's a couple other things here there that I'm like, oh, I'd definitely give that a shot. For the most part, like, a lot of these games I'm just not interested in them. I'm just not interested at all in the slightest. It's really, I don't want to say it's like a sad state of games because it doesn't seem that different from other years. It doesn't seem that different from, like, even other, like, E3 years, because E3 has always been just like, we're just going to show you a massive amount of things and, like, here's maybe one thing you're going to care about. So the vibe is not necessarily different. It doesn't feel like, oh no, I can't believe E3 is dead forever. It just got moved somewhere else, you know? If anything, like, the stuff here is probably tighter than stuff we've ever seen on, like, 4 different E3 showcases back to back. But I don't know, a lot of it just doesn't particularly interest me. Slitterhead, well, I'll definitely
Slitterhead.
The Slitterheads are out there. We're coming. We're gonna be slittering all over the place.
Yeah, I would say the 2 big ones are, like, Slitterhead and Doom.
And Wanderstop is probably the one that's, like, I'm definitely going to play because fucking Stanley Parable, excellent game. The Beginner's Guide, excellent game. I'm gladly gonna play anything else Davey Wreden puts out, even if I see it and I see that it's a cozy game and I go, but it's like, oh no, he's doing something. He's got an idea. I gotta let him cook.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, do you want to take this question or should we just wrap it up? Because we do have one single question.
Yeah, we'll take a question.
Okay. If you want to send in a question, it is gamesline.tumblr.com/ask. You will sound like this. Cello Buster says, it's the end of the year at gamer school, and your class is taking a field trip to the water park. Your teacher is having you pair off using the buddy system. Which game character are you choosing to be your water park companion?
Interesting. That's tough because it's like,
there's a lot of game characters that are bad with water, so you got to remember that.
Right. But there's also a lot of game characters that are really good with water. And it's true. Do you really want them sort of, like, upstaging you at the water park? I think it would be really I think you should get here's the thing is I bet a bunch of people would really hate it if they had Emma Emmerich with them at the water park, because then they have her on their back. You could barely, like, you can only swim so far before she has to, like, come up for air. It's like, oh man, that would really suck. But I think it would actually be kind of fun. Cause I know, like, we'll go into the wading pool for a while and then we'll take a break and then we'll go on the Kodak for a bit, and she'll talk to me for about, like, 15 minutes about an anime or something. That's what I respect.
I think Super Mario would do well.
Would you want him to bring like the backpack from Sunshine, or would you have to, like, tell him in the car, like, dude, you do not fucking bring that? I mean, I swear to God, do not bring it.
I think he could if he wants to, but I'm just thinking, like, I was coming at it from the capable in the water, but wouldn't go insane. Like, Mario can swim, but also he's not gonna, like, fly through the water like a fish.
But there is the reality that he might bring it with him.
If he does bring the flood, though, that will throw a wrench into it. So maybe I will tell him, dude, maybe you gotta leave this.
Dude, you cannot fucking bring the flood again. And he's like, no, it's a cooler. And you have to be like, dude, it's so fucking embarrassing every single time. But the only reason he wants to go is to use the flood.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
However, what if he gets EGAD to also make you a flood?
I think they'd kick us out of the water park. Like, you can't fucking do that here, guys. And he's like, oh no.
They're gonna argue with Super Mario.
They're gonna argue with the hero, Super Mario.
After all he's done for us.
I would genuinely really love to go to a water park with Master Chief, but I know the second he steps into the water, he goes, ah! And then he does like a full flip and falls over and just dies. Mm-hmm. And that's like really sad to think about, but also like, I think he deserves some fun. And I know like as soon as he hits the water and his body starts ragdolling and he gets like sent out through the like, as soon as he gets like sent out through the slide and like it comes shooting out, I know he's gonna love that, even though he's like dead in his suit or whatever. Mm. But like, he deserves a little bit of fun. I think he needs a good day at the water park. Mm-hmm. I would also hang out with the Arbiter too. I'm not picky against one or the other.
I think they would be delightful companions.
I would like to see the Arbiter eat ice cream.
Oh man. We're so chilly. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I don't know what the hell next week is going to be like, because, there's like an Ubisoft thing. I don't know if we're going to watch that. Probably not. I don't feel like it. And I no idea when the Nintendo Direct is happening.
You don't want to see all the Ubisoft experiences?
I don't. I just said that I'm interested in Assassin's Creed, but I don't need to see more of it. I've seen it. I'm good. I know.
You're already ready for the Hidden Blade.
Sure. I'm ready for the Hidden Blade, and I'm also ready for the fucking samurai sword that Yasuke's gonna have, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, motherfucker. Samurai. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna have an episode. I got stuff to talk about still for games. Like, I finished Hi-Fi Rush. I could talk about that, but I'm not gonna do it right now. We've been doing this for 2 hours.
It's already 2 hours. We gotta go.
I'm done.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah, I'm fucking done. If you want to send us stuff, you can go to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask. You can follow our Twitter at the Gamesline. We have our Facebook, facebook.com/Gamesline, youtube.com/at the Gamesline, twitch.tv/Gamesline TV. Those are all the social media things that you can go on to. Or you could just go onto the website itself, gamesline.net. Stuff's getting posted there all the dang time now. We're actually doing stuff. It's crazy. We're back. It's time. I just had to lose my fucking job, but we're here. We're doing stuff.
And I had to finish Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It all came together.
It did. Patreon.com/Gamesline. If you want to support us, it's $3 a month. We haven't made the anime podcast in a while. We're going to talk about figuring that out, because I'm going to be honest with you. I think the reason why is because Rose had us watch a long anime, and I don't think any of us started it. So we're all just kind of we're having like a standoff where we're just like, well, once one of us watches it, then the countdown begins.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The thing is, though, is I've already seen it like a while ago, so I could probably do a podcast about it anyway. That's my secret. You can go to thegamezone.zone, which is our Discord server. You type that into a web browser, it'll bring you straight there. And if you like our music on here, it is from Melt Channel / Magic Circuit for either theme song or our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Scott, where can people find you?
I'm FK Socks on Twitter. You know what's going on with me in terms of me trying to start streaming. I've been having the worst luck because I have I don't want to say exactly what I'm dealing with because it would sort of like spoil what I'm trying to do, but let's just say I've been trying to get my hands on a couple certain things that I'm going to be using for like my first like debut stream, basically. And I haven't been able to get those things. And it's been a nightmare because I've been ready to do this for like the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so upset. But I'm working on it. I'm sending out cold emails. If anyone knows anyone who makes props, message me. FKA Socks on Twitter. Gamesly.me on Blue Sky. Otherwise, you could just search FKA Socks. FKA Socks on Tumblr. FKA Socks on Twitch. Just fucking happy Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Also read my article.
I'm at JOHN_MICHONSKI on Twitter, and that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We will be back next week with another episode of the Gamesline podcast. Thank you. Goodbye.
Chugga chugga.